Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. In this quantum conversation, we are getting really real and down to earth, and also talking on a quantum level, on a multi-dimensional level. For centuries, we have known that plants have been used for an incredible healing experience. There's actually a consciousness, a radiance that emanates from the plants. And my guest today brings a scientific look at a very metaphysical topic. And this is emotional healing with plants and so much more. Deanna Gabriel Vierck has been a teacher of plant healing modalities as an herbalist, and she has trained many students in this field as well. Deanna, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here to share about the magic of plants.
The magic of plants, and we're actually going to experience this today. There's an alignment with a plant spirit and our chakras that you're going to lead us on.
Yes.
But first, let's talk about the incredible healing that we get from plants. It's really a symbiotic relationship. But let's start with your journey into how you got started in this field.
Yeah. When I went to university, to college, I was a biology student, and I loved my botany classes. But quite honestly, it was just about the scientific perspective, cataloging plants, knowing their scientific names. I never really thought much deeper than that. I loved the experience of being out with plants. And then fast forward several years, I started feeling not well in my body, having some challenges. And one morning, I remember this so clearly, I woke up and was lying in bed thinking about how to address the things that were happening for me. And it was as if the clouds parted and the angels sung, ah! And I went, the plants, they can do things for us. And I know that this was not a new idea, of course, we've always known this, but it was just so profound and so clear to me in my awakening that this was the path. This was the way for me to find not only the physical freedom that I was looking for, but it also took me on an unexpected journey of powerful transformation of my emotional being, deep connection to a spiritual aspect of life, understanding the context of all the energies working with us here on the planet and creating some really powerful relationships with plants. So that kind of kicked off my journey. And I then started devouring plant learning and going to school for training to become a clinical herbalist. And it was in that training at the North American Institute of Medical Herbalism that I encountered flower essences. And so at our school, we were learning what you might expect to learn about plant medicines, how to make teas and tinctures, how to identify what plant will help with what physical symptom. And it was in the study of flower essences that I discovered the power that plants have for healing us on a vibrational level, and how that not only affects our physical well-being, but deeply and profoundly has impact on the way we think, how we feel, our connection with other people and our interactions with one another. Also, how we process the world around us. These plants, as we connect with them on a spiritual level, on a vibrational level, have the power to transform us in so many ways. And that is when I fell deeply in love with this process and have been a student of it, a practitioner of it for many years and many years to come. So
I love it. I absolutely do. It's as if your own personal experience just led you in the right direction. your own witness of how these plant essences, the flower essences, work with you, work with your field. And we know that on a very 3D level, let's go a little quantum, and then we're going to talk more about the modality that you actually brought forth in the world and how it works with the chakras.
Yeah.
So on a metaphysical level, plants are multidimensional.
Mhm.
And so are we. We are multidimensional as well. And yet plants are in this realm where it is unconditional love. It is following the spiral evolution of nature. So it's quite exquisite. But yet here on a 3D denser level where people do get trapped in the emotions, we have not yet learned to master those emotions. That's where the plant medicine comes in. Have you contemplated the metaphysicality of plants?
Absolutely. Plants are fascinating beings. They have a body like we do, they're physical, and yet they have an ability to hold a vibration that is incredibly pure, high frequency. They are literally rooted into the soil, into the earth, and connected through their physical expression to the heart of the earth, to all of those energies. And yet they sit in their beings and radiate with all the universal frequencies. They're feeling all of these levels of energies that we can connect to as well as humans when we do deep spiritual meditations and we seek for those kinds of connections. The plants are doing all of that as well. So they have a really unique perspective in how to help us in our process of evolution and healing and connection to that divine inner spark that we have, and how also to transform the experiences that we're having on this planet. So I feel as if plants are these unique earth angels that are here to really and truly guide us through our healing processes and help us on our humanness. You know, we've all chosen to incarnate into human bodies, to come here and live a physical life as a spiritual being. And the plants understand that really because they're also doing something similar, but they're able to hold these high vibrations and they understand and love humanity. And I think it's one of their deep missions, their purposes, one of them, to assist us. I once read this story. Can I tell a story?
Please.
I read this story once that just went so deep into my heart, and I share it often, and I want to share it with all of you today. There's just a creation story that goes at the beginning of time here on Earth, when the humans were first emerging on the planet. There was a council called of all beings on Earth, with the exception of the humans. It included the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the insects, the plants, the stones, everything that vibrated with life on this planet was here. And they were here to discuss what to do about this new being here on Earth. You know, these humans, they're different and they're operating differently. And quite frankly, they're creating some chaos. So the council discussed this. Everybody had an opportunity to share their experiences with the humans and their concerns. And at one point it came to a vote. Will we fully, open-heartedly embrace humanity as our equal brothers and sisters? Walk with them 100%. And one by one, the representatives said, we just can't. We see beauty, but there's just too much volatility. So we need a little space. And it went around the circle until the last one to speak was the representative from the plant world. And she stepped forward and she said, I hear what you're saying about the humans. They can create quite a lot of chaos and trouble. However, we also have never seen a being, a collective group of beings so capable of love and light and harmony and vision and magic. And so from this day forward, we vow to always walk with the humans. Wherever they go, we will follow. And any disease, heartache, or trouble that comes upon them, we will provide the remedy. And so from that place forward, our deepest champions in this place have been the plants. They go everywhere with us. They literally are everywhere that we are. And their medicine is profound. It's deep. It heals us on a physical level, but it also touches us every day, whether you know it or not. The plants are singing to us. They are talking to us. They are healing us. They are seeking to open us up so that we can root down into the earth and receive all of the guidance and the frequencies that are trying to penetrate down to assist us in our path, in our evolution. And I just love that story because it's just so clear when I hear it, when I say it. It's just this constant affirmation of how dear we are to the plants and how committed they are to our success here on Earth.
Talking to plants is very important, and we can actually feel their radiation around us and watch them heal.
Most people are having communications with plants on a regular basis. They just may not be consciously aware of it. An example would be, I think most people have an experience of going out into nature.
Yeah.
Spending some time out in places that are a little more wild. There's a feeling that happens to us when we do that. Often when we go walk outside, we hike outside, we sit quietly under a tree, those are the moments when things start to get a little clearer. Something begins to quiet inside of us, and you might often find that you understand how to navigate a problem, or you get an idea of creative inspiration in those moments. Magic happens when we go out into the natural world. And there are lots of things happening when we do that, but I believe that one powerful thing that is happening is that the plants are reading us. They're feeling our energies. They're feeling our sufferings. They're hearing our questions through the form of the vibration, whether we're sitting and consciously talking to that pine tree or we're resting our back against it, really doesn't matter. The plants are hearing us and interacting with us, and they are assisting in clearing away the clutter, the friction, and all the static frequencies so that we can hear ourselves more clearly. And that is one of the key aspects of plant spirit healing and flower essence healing, is that the plants really help us find the true quiet inside so we understand who we are, what we're here to do, and then begin to get the creative inspiration for how to do it. So I think of it as life as a human is hard. There's just no way around that. We all experience challenge and struggle. Our hearts are broken. Our minds get confused. Our bodies become challenged at some point in some way. There are lots of things that we have to navigate as human beings on the planet. And as we navigate those challenges, if we're not able to stay awake and stay really present inside of ourselves, and I would say that I don't think many of us are able to do that very often. We all are challenged by this. When we experience those struggles, it begins to put earmuffs over our spiritual ears and layer upon layer of them. And at some point, we encounter moments where we stop being able to hear that divine voice inside of ourselves, that unique voice that is you, your unique expression. That voice becomes quiet. And when that voice becomes quiet, also all the vibrations from light beings, angel realms, all of these other ascended realms, that also has a difficult time penetrating through all the layers. And plants really understand how to address one layer at a time. And as they start to clear away the debris from our human struggle, we start hearing better. We start understanding ourselves. and feeling that divine guidance and inspiration in a bigger way. And it's in that way that the plants really can help us in our soul's evolution, because we all came here to do something. We have purpose. We have things we want to accomplish. We also have things we want to learn. And it's really difficult to learn them when we're buried under the debris that's created from our human struggle. And that's where the plants can really come in and help in our greater evolution. So not only navigating this one human life with grace and greater ease, but they're assisting us in a greater picture, a bigger process, because we're all here in this moment to do something. But our humanness sometimes prevents us from really fully engaging in that, or even understanding what that is, because we get bogged down by the pain.
So your big thing and your dedication in the work that you do is to really assist people in liberation from this pain and this connection to the clarity that they have. And so removing all of these layers of the emotions or the ego, we could even say.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how you work with these essences and what that's like with your clients.
Yeah. Before I go to that, let me explain a little bit about the connection I see between plant spirit healing and flower essence work, because some of the listeners who maybe have encountered plant spirit medicine before, it would look a little different than flower essences. I think they are sister modalities. So when you're doing a plant spirit healing, what's happening there is you're being connected. An individual is connecting you with the healing energy found in a plant. So the best way for me to describe it would be if you and I are connected by some other person because they see, oh, Loren has a need that I think Deanna can fulfill, and I think Deanna would really benefit from meeting Loren, and here you go. Do your magic together. So that's sort of what's happening in a plant spirit healing, is that this plant knows exactly how to help this individual. Let's connect the two of you and let this magic happen. And it happens on a pure frequency basis. So often if you're working with a practitioner of plant spirit medicine, that practitioner has a deep and profound relationship with that plant and understands how it can be helpful, and then asks their friend, Comfrey, let's say, we'll meet Comfrey later today, asks Comfrey, would you please help my friend Loren with this challenge and whatever else is connected to that challenge. And so then the frequency goes in and begins to address it layer by layer, piece by piece. When you're working with flower essence medicine, that same process is happening, but there's also a little bit of a physical element to it. So when you work with a flower essence, it's basically capturing in water the vibration held within that plant. So that frequency of the plant spirit is imprinted into the water, and the water is given to the individual, and they take the frequency through the water, and they become that frequency, just as the pure vibration of the plant spirit works as well. I love connecting people with both forms of the healing, but the flower essence is powerful because it gives some form of action to the individual. They physically can pick up this bottle, take 4 drops of this frequency water, and begin to feel like they're taking action. And sometimes people can get a little uncomfortable in the pure plant spirit realm because you're not doing anything really. You can be connecting to the plant, feeling the plant, but a lot of people do really resonate with having some physical thing to anchor them to the vibration. So those two modalities are very similar, but they have that slight difference, and the flower essences has that physical vibrational connection to the water. I like to say that with flower essences, when you make these remedies, it is asking the water to sing the song of the plant, and then you ingest that song frequency into your body, and it begins to shift things. And each plant knows one or a category of things about human challenges. They're experts in it. So for instance, there will be a plant that is an expert in addressing fear. and plants that then specialize in different kinds of fear. Plants that specialize in healing our wounding, helping us find clarity when we're confused, helping us feel confident. So every plant sort of has its way that it addresses human suffering. And the process is then to identify, well, what's the trouble? What's really happening for you as an individual in a very human way that's causing problems in your day-to-day world? And once that is understood, then you know which plant can help. And that plant goes in and it just holds the high frequency of courage or of self-love. And that high frequency is so much more potent than the density of the fear. And when we hold that plant's frequency in our field long enough, the frequency of the fear can't sustain. And we attune to the higher frequency in our body. And that then becomes the baseline. And so we find that those lower vibrations of human suffering just don't hold. And that is how the healing happens. And that's how working with the plant frequencies through plant spirit medicine or through a combination of plant spirit medicine and flower essences begins to then raise our individual frequency and vibration up. And then we become more clear, more open, more radiant, and we receive on a deeper level the guidance that's infinite and all around us, that's of the earth and way beyond.
And way beyond. And it's of the earth, it's Gaia. And so we are literally attuning to the frequencies. And so in your studies, then, different plants for different human sufferings and challenges, what are the common plants that are really helpful for people, or ones that you find that you use on a regular basis?
Well, we're going to meet 3 today, as I said, and
Yay.
said, who wants to come? There were 3 that stepped forward that I think, as we talk a little bit more about each of those individual plants, I think you all will see, these are common things. I think that there's a lot of wounding in the humanity, in the planet, from lots of places. There's wounding that happens between humans, the words that we say, the actions that we do. There's a lot of relational wounding that happens, I think, for most everybody. There's also a lot of wounding in just seeing suffering around. There's a lot of wounding that can happen because I think as the frequencies of the planet shift and we're moving into a place where we're being called to wake up more and more and more, we have more and more very, very sensitive people walking the planet, and that sensitivity is a gift. And it also opens the door for some deeper woundings. And so I think wound healing is really needed for a lot of people, on a human heart level and a deeper soul level. I think we also have a tendency to carry wounding into each life. So that needs to be addressed. Another aspect that I see happening a lot is people forget that we are unconditional love, that is our very nature. It's our baseline. And a lot of times often through the wounding that we experience, we pass on a legacy to children of not feeling that human unconditional love. And so they begin to question it, and it creates a problem of self-love, because when we forget that we come from a base of unconditional love and we don't feel that coming into us through our human relationships, we forget to love ourselves. We're training ourselves to neglect our hearts, neglect our bodies, even cause damage to ourselves. And so I think along with the wounding, many of us need assistance in remembering and being that truth of who we are. And then the third one is modern life is really stressful. I mean, there's just so much to do and so many ways that we have to show up that we feel compelled to show up, I should say. We're bombarded by information. We're bombarded by push to be, do, succeed, create, all of these aspects of life. So we get trapped. A lot of emotion gets trapped in our physical body because we get sucked up here in our daily life. And we forget that we have all the rest of this body to address, and that within our physical tissues, there's emotion and it has to be cleared. And so the third thing that I see happening for a lot of people is that they're just striving, pushing too hard, and they're not clearing the emotions from their physical body. And it creates a confusion, and it creates a tension and a hardness in them. And that's really difficult for high frequencies to navigate when there's a physical hardening that's happening in the body. So the 3 plants that we're going to meet today and work with in the healing address all those things. We've got comfrey addressing the wounding. And I can go a little deeper into the descriptions of these plants, but just to wrap up my answer to your question, we have comfrey there to address our wounding. We have Mariposa lily there to mother us and teach us the unconditional love that is our birthright. And we have dandelion. Everybody knows dandelion, right? We have dandelion there to help remind us to release and relax while being strong. So those are 3 of my favorite plants, some of my dear, dear friends that I've worked with for quite a while. And I see a lot of need in the people that I see in my practice, and just what I see in the community around me too.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing that. We're going to meet those plant spirits and maybe talk a little bit more about how we interface with them. And so the best way to do that is through an experience.
Yeah.
But before we get there, I just wanted to comment on what you said there because, oh my goodness, the dandelion.
I have a personal mission to help more people, if not all people, love dandelions. I mean, this right now, the dandelions are exploding everywhere. And I look at them and I think, how are people not just enchanted with these beautiful, radiant yellow flowers
That like shiver in the sun at us. They're like waving.
They're so radiant. I was picking my son up from school yesterday, and we were driving past this lawn, and I had to stop the car so that we could stop and appreciate. It was just a sea of yellow. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I think that in the dandelion, we see a really powerful phenomenon that happens in the relationship between people and plants. And that is often when you are asking for help, I need help with this. How do I address this problem? I am struggling here, there, whatever it is. We spend lots of time thinking about these things, right? The plants respond and they show up. And who is everywhere on the planet? It's the dandelion. These beings, I mean, they are tenacious. They are strong. They are deeply medicinal in so many ways. I mean, you can pour the worst poison available on a dandelion and eventually it will come back. It might have 2 heads and kind of limping along, but this is a powerful plant and it is saying, hello, I have a lot to offer you. Its physical medicine is profound in its nutrients, in its ability to help clear our livers and flush our kidneys, create cellular strength and health. Ingesting dandelion medicine is profound in the ways that it can help support our physical being. And then its flower medicine, its plant spirit medicine helps us understand what it means to be strong, to be driving, to be forward moving, and also to be clear and to be relaxed and to just trust. That's powerful. And I think that most of us especially in the Western culture, really need that reminder. We need that physical medicine and we need that energetic medicine too. So pay attention to the plants that show up in your world. If a random plant pops up in your garden, it might not be, probably isn't, an accident.
Right. It's so beautiful. And again, it's just the judgment of weeds, like the lawn that you saw. Was that at a house?
It
Was,
was. It
and
was.
so you never know, the owners of that house could be deeply embarrassed because of a societal, you're not keeping up your yard, right? There could be something there. So again, it's just this judgment. And I love that you're on that mission to raise the awareness of flowers and dandelions, because all of us as children love it. When we pick a dandelion, we're like, look,
Names, little crowns. I know.
right? Yes, yes, those dandelions. Okay, so next time your lawn gets dandelions, go easy on yourself and just enjoy the beauty. I
Yeah.
do love it as well.
Yep.
Okay, all right, so then working with the plant spirits. This is fascinating. Like with ascended masters or beings of light, when we call on them, they come.
But it's deep healing. It's spiritual healing. It's energetic vibration, frequency healing. It fits really well into all types of metaphysical healings, alternative therapies, because we're not talking about physical substance here with this kind of plant medicine. It has nothing to do with potassium in dandelion. It's everything to do with its resonance of who it is as a being and how it can help you as a being.
Well, we are looking forward to really being empowered with these three plant spirits. So let's do a little process, if you will, like a little mini healing session for everyone.
I've lightly introduced the plants to you, but I think for this experience that we'll have together, it might be you can allow it in a little deeper and maybe relax into it a little more if you meet these plants with a little bit more. So as I mentioned before, we'll meet and work with 3 plants, and the process will first be about rooting, because I really think that it's so essential as spiritual beings in human bodies on this planet Earth that we remember to root, to be present in our physical structures, and to really deeply root into the earth. Because what happens when we do that is all of the inspiration, the magic, the visions that can come when we connect with higher realms, when we're rooted into our bodies and into the earth, we have an understanding of how to use that knowledge and what to do with those frequencies. If we stay untethered, it becomes this beautiful mystical experience. But then the challenge is, how do I offer that out into the world? How do I put that to use in my life? How do I create change with it? Because we're doing these things, these healing experiences, for a big reason, because we want to create change in our life and in the lives of others on this planet and in the universe at large. So when we accept that we have a human body and it's connected to the earth, then we really understand how to use that. So we're going to start by doing some rooting, calling some energy up through our bodies, and raising our frequencies by connecting in with each chakra and connecting in with that divine light, that individual spark, and allowing that to radiate out. Then we'll call the plant spirits in to interact with our 3 core chakras. I'll tell one more quick story, if I can, about why we're doing this. There was a night recently, I had just finished a training for Healing Touch program, which is an energy healing modality. And I came home and it was a magical spring night outside. There was electricity in the air, a storm brewing, the wind was blowing. I mean, just alive everywhere. I stepped outside and this group of tulips caught my eye, and I said, "Where did you even come from? You were not there this morning. How you? I don't think you were." And there they were, glowing, and called me over, and I sat with them, and they said, the process that you went through today with step by step intentionally raising the vibrational frequency to a high level would be really helpful for people to do that every time before you call a plant spirit in. And we were doing that to a certain degree, but they said let's do it more intentionally, really radiate that frequency out. And then the plant doesn't have to work quite as hard to raise the frequency up as it heals. And so when that plant meets a vibration that's already a little higher, the work can be more profound. So we'll begin by rooting into the earth, but then also radiating our frequencies out and elevating ourselves. Then we'll call the plants into the chakras. And the plants that we'll work with are the three I mentioned before. We'll work with comfrey. I call comfrey the soul salve when we're doing this kind of work. Comfrey as a physical plant helps us with wounding. So you can make salves out of comfrey that you would put on a wound on your skin. Comfrey has been used for a long time in healing broken bones. So putting comfrey poultices and wraps on would have been the traditional way to heal a broken bone. So it knows wounding on a physical level. And then the vibration of it also understands how to help us mend the wounding of our hearts and our souls. And this plant is powerful enough to understand the wounding that you may have carried in to this life, as well as understanding the wounding from the first moment of consciousness that you have experienced in this human life. It also can as a physical or as a vibrational medicine, have some effect on any kind of physical wounding that you're experiencing. So we'll call comfrey in to help us work with our wounding. And I always ask that the plants work very gently and that they meet you right where you're ready to be met, and they help unfold things over time. I think that's really important. It's the vitalist way to understand that the body has its own wisdom, and that we want to work with that wisdom and meet that wisdom and honor it, not press past it. So we'll ask comfrey to address our wounding in that vitalist, wise woman way. Then we'll call dandelion in and ask for our will force to be balanced, for us to find a purpose, a drive, a forward momentum that is honoring of our physical nature and allowing us to clear whatever we might be holding in our physical structure. So a lot of us get tension in neck, shoulders, arms, hands. Dandelion can really help with that in a vibrational plant spirit way, because a lot of that is bound emotional frequencies that haven't cleared. And so the plant can help clear that out. So we'll bring dandelion in to help us with our will force balancing. And then we'll call in my dear friend, Mariposa Lily, and we'll ask her to come in and help us reconnect to the remembrance that we are unconditional love, and rewire our experiences around what love is in that unconditional form. And the way Mariposa Lily does this is, it's kind of like when you get on an airplane and they say, please attach your mask first before assisting anyone else. She connects us to the remembrance that we are love, we are unconditional love, and she begins to fill us with that resonance so that we heal from that and we breathe into that. And then she helps you to understand how to radiate that out to others and give that to other people. It's really an act of self-love. So we'll meet those three plants after we raise our vibration.
Excellent. It's so beautiful. Really loving this.
Good. All right. So I'm going to invite everyone to just settle comfortably in your seats. I'm going to adjust myself too. And just close your eyes. Take a few deep, full, slow breaths. Let's do a big exhale through your mouth. And just offer that breath to yourself as many times as you need to. And feel your energy soften, drop yourself down into your body, and place your awareness in your low abdomen, right around where that second chakra is located, just below the belly button. And I'm going to invite you to even place your hands on your body so you have some physical connection. And taking some deep breaths there, begin to feel the space in your abdomen expand. Feel your presence and your awareness fill your whole body in your low belly, and feel that energy move back into the base of your spine and begin to flow down through your legs, continuing to stay connected to your breath and using your breath as you exhale, dropping your energy through your body and beginning to feel yourself root. Feeling, seeing in your mind's eye, the roots growing out of your body, moving through the building that you're in, dropping down, making contact with the earth's soil, and turning yourself into a plant. Feel your roots move down through the top layers of the soil, moving deep, spreading out wide. And feel the physical shift in your body as you consciously drop these roots down through the layers of the soil, pushing deeper into the earth, feeling your roots navigate around bedrock, passing through layers of clay. With your exhale, encouraging those roots to grow deeper still, maybe encountering an underground source of water, moving farther into the bedrock. And feel your body's roots making their way all the way to the heart of the earth. And just stay with that a moment. And when you feel that contact to the earth's warmth, her fiery center, you might feel yourself take a big inhale, feeling your body relax deeper. And now switch your focus into your inhale and begin to breathe that nourishment, that warmth, and that love up through those roots. Feeling that energy move up. Feeling your vibration begin to rise as the earth's energy moves up into your body, flowing up through your legs and pooling into this area in your low belly. Some may know it as the dantian, connecting yourself deeply to the heart of the earth. And just taking a moment to pause. And all the way just noticing how your body feels. Noticing the vibration in your skin as you come deeper and deeper into connection with the earth. And bringing your awareness into that warmth in your low belly. Begin to follow a cord of energy that's moving up from that pool through the center line of your being and into your chest. Feeling yourself connected to what's referred to as the soul seat. Pulling that earth energy up higher. Feeling your chest expand. Feeling the warmth move up into your heart space. And maintaining your anchor, follow that cord up your center line through your throat, moving up through the center of your head, out your crown, connecting to a point just above your head, about a foot, where you begin to individualize from spirit, feeling that connection above your body. And just as we've anchored ourselves deeply into the earth's heart, feel this cord, the center Hara line, connect up into the cosmic realms, rooting you to your soul's origin, to the divine source. And take a moment to breathe this line into life. Feeling the sensation in your human body of being tethered below and stretched up and anchored above. And you there in the middle. Feel the light energy moving, the exchange of breath from the heart of the earth up through your body and into the cosmic realms. And allowing these two energies to make contact through your physical body. Remembering to breathe. And then around this center line, opening up the chakras. So feeling the beautiful rooted color of red in your first chakra. A radiation of that energy through your legs, through the base of your torso. And seeing that chakra spinning in a clockwise fashion, growing with vitality, awakening as you place your conscious awareness there. Feeling your energy expand in your lower body. And flowing your focus up into your second chakra, the sacral point, and feeling that circling, spiraling energy there and the radiant orange light of this energy center. And allowing that first and second chakra to create a strong base, a deep resonance that connects you to your body and to the earth. And then flowing your awareness up into your solar plexus and seeing that yellow clockwise rotation. Feeling your chest expand, the upper part of your abdomen beginning to expand. This bright and brilliant yellow light. Feeling your diaphragm able to move more as there's more space created in the opening of this chakra. And flowing up into your heart, feeling the brilliant green as your heart spirals and opens. Feel your lungs expand with greater space. Your shoulders relax, your arms and hands relax. As this green heart energy opens and radiates all around you. And staying rooted into the earth, we flow up into the throat, encouraging this energy center to open and radiate a brilliant blue. Feeling your throat relax. Your jaw and your face begin to relax as this throat chakra opens and radiates all around you. Inviting a deeper relaxation into the back of your neck. Letting that opening flow down and connect with heart energy through your shoulders. And flowing up and into the center of your forehead, into your third eye. Feeling this energy center open. Feeling your head, your mind open and get quiet. Beautiful purple color of this chakra as it opens. Feeling your forehead relax as the chakra opens and begins to spin with more vitality, seeing and feeling your eyes rest. Any tension held in your face just melt away as you open here and radiate out from this third eye chakra. And with a breath, we flow to the crown, feeling that energy open, vibrant, beautiful violet and white light, open and ready to receive, connecting you to the vast universe above, to all the realms of light. And a few more breaths here. Just notice your fully open, awakened energy centers. And feel as you continue to maintain that anchor into the earth, feel the vibration in your skin shifting, raising your frequency. And right into the center of your chest, that space between the heart and the solar plexus, begin to see and experience your own divine light. This crystalline light, and see it spread through all of your physical body, each cell vibrating with your own unique divine spark, luminous, beautiful high frequencies spreading through your whole body, and then beginning to radiate like a star out into the layers of your auric field. And taking some deep breaths as this vibration penetrates the energy field around you. Maintaining that root from your low abdomen to the earth's heart. And placing your hands over your second chakra, your sacral point. Taking a deep breath here. And into this energy center, we call the spirit of comfrey. We call this beautiful green being to come and interact with each individual, addressing all their experiences of wounding. And Comfrey, I call to you and I ask for you to connect with each individual with love and compassion, with gentleness and grace. I'm beginning to notice sensations in your body, paying attention to any thoughts that arise, any emotional releases that are asking for attention. And we call Comfrey in to rub the soul salve, any place that's ready for healing. Feeling that green energy spread through your body, soothing and comforting, nurturing. And Comfrey, we ask that any resistance that is encountered just simply be accepted and loved, trusting that each individual will heal and release in their own divine time. Breathing in this beautiful green being, and feeling the relaxation flow through your body. Asking Comfrey to attend to your physical wounds, as well as any wounds to the heart and the soul, and to your core spirit. Continuing to breathe with consciousness. Continuing to feel your connection to the earth and to your physical human body. Allowing Comfrey to help you understand that this can be a safe place. And taking a few more breaths here with Comfrey. And Comfrey, I ask that you continue to work with each individual as needed, to stay with them through their processes, to teach them and reveal to them ways that they can take action in healing their wounds, to speak to their hearts and souls, and to raise their frequency into wholeness. And from the depth of our being, I say thank you, Comfrey. And I invite all of you to allow your consciousness to move up into your solar plexus. And along with that focus, move your hands to make contact, maintaining that rooted, anchored presence in your physical body and in with the heart of the earth. And breathing into your solar plexus, remembering its open vibration. And here we call to the spirit of Dandelion. We call your strength, your golden, vibrant beauty, your deep nourishment. Dandelion, I ask that you connect with each of us so that we may experience ease in our bodies, releasing tension, letting go of emotional residue that's trapped in our physical structure. Let your golden radiance flow through our bodies and find the places that need the most support and healing. Clear away these low vibrations and allow for spaciousness and luminous radiance of our will force and balance. Help teach each person how to act upon their will, how to be effective in their human lives while maintaining connection to grace and ease. Help teach each individual how to nourish themselves with energy, how to nourish themselves physically. Maintaining your connection to your body and the earth, just allow Dandelion's vibrant energy to flow through, calling attention to any place where you need a little extra love and release. Again, just noticing the physical sensations that are arising, the emotions that might be coming up, any thoughts that fly through your mind. It's all part of the healing. Just allow yourself to receive and to witness. And Dandelion, I ask that you also work with power and with gentle grace. Gently and completely working through each layer as it arises. And any resistance that's met, please greet it with compassion and acceptance. knowing that each individual will heal in their own divine time. And then as we allow for the slow process of our healing, we allow for a deep, more complete healing in our bodies and our spirits. And taking a few more breaths here with Dandelion. And we're offering our gratitude to this beautiful plant for its healing. Dandelion, I ask you to stay with each individual who's in need of your medicine, to work with them patiently, helping them to heal the layers of their being and find freedom. And with a breath of gratitude, we allow our consciousness to flow up from our solar plexus to our hearts. And with that consciousness, I encourage you to place your hands over your heart, making physical contact with your human body. And once again, recalling your connection to the heart of the earth, to her love and her warmth. And feeling your heart open, radiant. And into our heart, I call the spirit of Mariposa Lily. Mariposa Lily, I call you to connect us with our unconditional love, and the remembrance that that is who we are. We were created in divine love, and we will always be that. I ask Mariposa Lily to connect to each individual and help them to receive this universal love. Reestablish those connections with strength and help to clear away the pain that has caused each individual to forget this. Bring your warm, gentle, loving embrace to each heart and each soul, allowing each of them to fill up with the powerful radiance of love. Feeling this beautiful crystalline love energy flowing through your body, and noticing how your physical body is feeling, sensations there. Noticing what emotions might arise as Mariposa Lily connects into your heart and strengthens your remembrance of love. And Mariposa Lily is really showing us how, as we rest in these lower energy centers and allow Dandelion and Comfrey to clear away our rigidness and our wounds, we can connect to a very high vibration. So she's inviting you all to feel this energy radiating out from the center of your body through each cell, seeing yourself as a light being, crystal radiance in each part of your whole body, your skin, your organs, your blood, flowing with the brightest light, and feeling that resonance radiate out through all the fields of your aura and way beyond. She's saying that as we clear our human wounding and we reconnect to the truth of love as our baseline, that we become our own individual star. And this will connect you to the guidance you need to continue your process of evolution and to understand your unique purpose. She says, ask Dandelion to show you how to engage in the human activities necessary for achieving this purpose, for engaging in this purpose. And Mariposa Lily says that as we navigate our human lives, to remember Comfrey's cool, soothing energy, and to call that energy in to help heal the wounds that will arise from the past, asking for healing. And as soon as we feel a fresh wound happening, to remember Comfrey's resonance, and that the three of them together work for your highest good, and they are here and available anytime you need them. Just call. He says all you have to do is say, I need a little help, and they'll be there. So a few more breaths here with Mariposa Lily, allowing her to work gently with compassion. And offering our deep, deep gratitude to Mariposa Lily, to Dandelion, and to Comfrey. So I encourage you to relax your hands into your lap. And I ask for these three beautiful plant beings to maintain their connection to each individual as needed, giving them our deepest form of love and gratitude for being our companions and for loving us so completely. And taking a few breaths, I'd like you with your mind's eye just to scan your body, just noticing your human form. Noticing if your experience of your physical body is different in this moment. Noticing how your vibration feels, your frequencies. And I offer deepest gratitude to our Mother Earth for her unending grace, love, guidance. Thank you for being there for us in every moment, for flowing through us, nourishing us in every way. I offer deep gratitude to the divine source, to our origins, and to all beings of light who are with us, guiding us, informing us, and healing us. And I offer my deepest gratitude to each individual, to your unique sparks of light, to who you are. And we need you. We need all of you, all of us together. And so I offer my deep gratitude to you here in the center. And I close this healing with love in my heart and an offering of love and gratitude to all who have been here, holding space and actively participating. Thank you. Slowly opening your eyes and bringing some movement into your feet and your hands. And taking a breath. Just take a moment to integrate and to feel the resonance of the earth and the plant beings. I really encourage everyone to drink a lot of water. If you have some water with you now, take a drink. I'm going to do that. It's always important after we do deep plant healings to offer our body water so that the frequencies can travel and flow with greater ease. So thank you all for that.
Deanna, thank you so much. That was exquisite. What a rendezvous with plant spirits. So incredibly beautiful. I know all of us are feeling radiant, hopefully 20 pounds lighter or more, or just ready to float, but yet still this incredible groundedness, still feeling the energies of Gaia and the cosmos as well. So beautiful. Oh my, I just want to share real quick as we let everyone come back into this space. It really was so comforting. The comfrey felt like a leafy blanket, and I don't even know what comfrey looks like. So it was just right there, and it was so soothing. And so this was really empowering. By the time Dandelion came in, really, it just worked so perfectly. And then, of course, the unconditional love of Mariposa Lily. So perfect. Thank you for allowing all of us to connect in on a level and really shine this light like the unique stars that we are.
Yeah, my pleasure. I always am blown away at how profound the experience of working with the plants can be. And as people are coming back, I want to encourage you to take some space after this healing to maybe write in a journal or just sit and be with yourself, because one of the unique things about plant spirit healing is that the healing really continues in a profound way. Often the plants will show you ways that you can continue to build upon the healing energies that they're offering, because they are working with vibration and frequency, but also the realistic humanness of us. They often will show you ways that you can, things that you can do in your day-to-day life that will help you heal and help you continue to raise your vibration. So one of the things that's commonly talked about in the plant medicine world is that when you start to engage in plant healing, you might notice that things you struggled to tolerate before are no problem. They flow through. It's not a big deal. And you have presence and patience in ways that you maybe haven't ever noticed before. On the flip side, you might see things that you never noticed bothering you. They were part of your world or your day-to-day life. No problem at all. It's fine. You might notice on this side, you go, I can't tolerate that another moment. And the plants help us to rewire ourselves so that we understand our boundaries and we start acting upon self-love by taking care of ourselves. Maybe you need to disengage from some experiences that are not feeding you, and the plants might show you that. You might receive encouragement to lean in someplace else that maybe you weren't noticing before. The plants really work on those levels with us, and they show us and they guide us. Notice your dreams too. The plants love to communicate with us through the dream body. So this is a process of noticing what is arising and taking that and the initiative to utilize the information that's coming through from the plants.
Yes, wonderful. Well, I hope everyone is truly feeling this. It is exquisite and it's healing and comforting. I know I'm going to stick around with the dandelion a little longer. Actually, the Mariposa lily too. All of it. Okay. Well, you assist people on their journey so you can go deep with your clients. And we're really privileged and honored to have a special offer from you today that goes into ways that people can work with you and really facilitate this healing on a one-to-one level. So talk a little bit about that, because there's a couple of different ways people can do that.
Yeah. So one way for those that are really ready to dive a little deeper and address layers as they come up, often this work, as we address one layer of challenge and we start to feel liberation, there's this thing that happens in our soul where it goes, oh, we're doing this. Okay. And then things start to come up. So one of the offers is to do a series of 3 sessions. So we would begin, this is available in person if you're in the Boulder area, or also obviously long distance. We would begin with a longer session that's about an hour and a half, which allows us to really spend some time understanding the roots of the struggle that you may be experiencing and connecting you to the frequencies that will be helpful. And then we follow up with a 1 hour session, 2 1-hour sessions. And included in that first offer, I'm going to give you 3 flower essences, one of comfrey, one of dandelion, and one of mariposa lily. And I will be giving you what's called a stock bottle of flower essences. And so what that means is you can make countless dosage bottles out of these. So
Oh, wow.
dosage bottle is a bottle that you would take, putting some drops of the flower essence into spring water, and then you take 4 drops of that, and it's usually gone in about 2 weeks. And you make the dosage bottle from the stock bottles. So I'm going to be offering a gift of those 3 flower essences. So theoretically, you could work with these medicines in the flower essence form for years to come with
Okay.
that. When we do our individual work, we will be looking to see if there are other flowers that want to come in and plant frequencies that want to come in to support you, but you'll be able to work with making your own dosage bottles of those 3 plants. And then the other offer is for people that are feeling like they just want to explore the power of the pure vibration of plant spirit healing. And that would be to do a single session, an hour and a half, so that we have lots of time to dive into your unique needs and express those, and then connect you with whatever plant spirit vibrations are needed for your healing. So those are the 2 offers that we're sharing.
So beautiful. And so with that first offer and those plant essences, are we able to ingest it? Would you put a few drops in water and ingest it?
Yeah, so I'll send you instructions, so you'll have that for guidance. With plant flower essences, there's lots of ways to take them. So traditionally, they're taken topically on the tongue, but they're frequency medicine. You don't have to ingest them. And in my practice, when I work with people and we're in the same physical space, we use the unique flower essences that they need topically on the chakra points. So during the energy healing on the table, we're dropping those plant frequencies in on chakra points, and profound things are happening. So I encourage you, if you take advantage of the special offer that has the flower essences included, that you explore this, experiment with it, drop the essences on your physical body. You just had a plant spirit healing with these 3 plants. So feel what it's like to put a drop of comfrey on your 2nd chakra. Feel into those plant frequencies and see, oh, do I have a shoulder injury? What happens if I put comfrey here? Explore and create a relationship with these plants through their flower essence medicine. So you can take them internally or topically.
I love it. It's so wonderful, because as we do work with these and we experience what the result is or the outcome, that becomes our truth. That becomes us as the witness to the beautiful energy, frequency, vibration that it is. And so as more and more, let's say, testimonials or experiences come out, it will become more mainstream. So that's just beautiful. Thank you so much for that special offer. Of course, it is available on this webpage. There's a link right there to it. And again, we thank you for that. I know people will want to get close to you and experience that. So thanks again.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So as we say goodbye, and close our sacred circle, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the plants as well. And so, given this experience that people will have more and more with plant medicine, how do you envision our world in the future as this becomes more mainstream? Do you see it?
I mean, I would just be so delighted. It's been another thought of what would happen if every counselor or therapist or school nurse or parent had access to this knowledge. I mean, we always talk in the herbal world about how plants are the medicine of the people. This is that we have them everywhere. This is information that we once all knew. And I think the remembrance of the power of our relationship with plants is profound. And what happens when we deeply engage in this healing process and we use the plants is we become more whole. We become full of life and vitality and light. We start to navigate our human lives in a very different way. Often what people experience when they use plant medicines, when they use flower essences, is they witness themselves in a situation and they go, well, that was different. I said, did, thought, felt, acted completely out of character for myself, but in a way that I would always have wanted to act. Or people around you start going, you're different. They reflect that to you. So what happens is, and what a vision I have is that we have just people who are living more consciously, that are still feeling human struggle, but they're addressing it instead of allowing that wound to drive the boat. You know,
Enough of that, right? Enough of that. Yes.
Yeah, not our pain. Let's not have our pain drive us around in our lives anymore. Let's be our own driver, navigate this on our own, connected to source, connected to our unique essence, and rooted into the mother. She's there. She wants this. You chose to be human for a reason. So let's work with the tools that have been given to us to address the challenges of our humanness so we can move on.
Yay. These are very powerful tools to move on. So simple as well. And it's so beautiful because, as we know, each time we go out into nature, we're so inspired. So you helped explain a little bit more about exactly what's going on there. And it's vibrational frequency of plant medicine. And we call it a medicine. Thank you so much, Deanna Gabriel Vierck. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Deanna's special offer is available again on this webpage, and check it out and experience this on your own. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.